Hi, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype to my channel if you have yet to do so. And if you get anything from my work, I'll connect the Design Epiphany, a mind explosion, a new book to read, a new author to explore, artwork to create. Please consider supporting my work. All the links are at the bottom of the description after the live is over, but you can go check out the other lives for the links if you can't hold yourself to seeing what the links have. But on the bottom of my YouTube channel, amongst the links are people that I think have amazing contributions to humanity. No matter what they do, they're amazing, beautiful souls, and they light the path forward for all of us. So go check them out. Divine Sunflower Tarot is one of them. She does amazing readings, and I could say I heart align with her work. She's phenomenal. Go check her out. And you could go to the bottom of my YouTube channel and just click subscribe. That helps her out and it helps all of us out if you check out everybody on the bottom. AllyKatCreations211.com is my website. There you get to see paintings, pyramids, gem skulls, all kinds of work that I do. If you're interested in a commission or you see something you want, I do everything privately. Email me. When it comes to my artwork, just a little disclaimer, I do have an art degree. I went to the School of Visual Arts. It's one of the top private art schools in the world. Guess what? That doesn't mean Allison's an expert in every facet on every level. I am not. I have my skill sets, and I just want everybody to be aware, as humbled and as literally grateful I am that people ask me. I might not be your best fit for your piece, not because I can't try, not because I won't try, because my styles are sometimes not what you're looking for. And I just like to be honest with you guys. Um, and I'm just putting that postulate out there because I know a lot of people want me to do their stuff, and I've had many experiences in my past where people asked me to do something and then they hated it and I wasted my time. And I'm not here. I'm going back to work. I don't have time to waste. Not because I don't want to do a piece, because I know my skill set. Just being honest. I'm not skilled in everything, as most artists aren't. But anywho, go check out my website. Please go check out the merch shop. I got a Freya bomb sticker, and my demons play well with my angel sticker in the mail yesterday. I only ordered one of each for myself to see the quality of the stickers, of the mugs and the shirts. They have not arrived in my mailbox just yet, but I got these two the other day, which Freya's Gotcha Day, 2-year anniversary was yesterday on my mother's heavenly anniversary. So go check out the merch shop. These are really good, fine stickers. I'm kind of a little taken aback how good these are. That's probably why they're not too expensive, but it's worth the price. I'm kind of thrilled about that. So go check out the merch store. I have a lot there, a lot of spiritual stuff there. Um, it's worth just taking a gander, and I appreciate everybody that does. And for everybody that did order stuff, I don't control any of that. They're the ones that ship and do all that processing. I know it does take time. So just please be patient. Um, I guess once I start getting more people that order stuff, like it picks up. I heard that as a rumor. Because when the order comes in and they are printing like from something, it does multiple. So I don't know how this stuff works. I'm just Allison, and I'm here to be a messenger and a conduit of source. That's all. Check out my memberships. I have a 3D and a 4D. They both get hour-long oracle card readings over the weekend, every weekend. You guys get special emojis. I have a raffle happening at the end of the month. I'm just not sure yet what is going to be raffled, but I'm going to start ordering more of these so I can give them away. How's that? That's going to be fun. But 4D also gets to work with me beyond the special emojis and the raffle entries. You guys work with me. And if it wasn't for 4D telling me, hey, like stickers might be a thing, oh, hell yeah, this is awesome. So thank you to the 4D members. They get to work with me behind the scenes. And of course, when I'm doing my episodes for the spiritual and quantum, their names are added on as a thank you to their contributions for the help. So please just be mindful. All of this stuff is to help me. It's to help the cats and the chipmunks and the squirrels and the birdies and the raccoons and the whole outside. It's Ace Ventura around here. But it helps. Every little bit helps keep it all floating. As Allison's trying to get my car fixed. And thank you, Walter. I didn't even get to say hi to everybody yet. But hi, Scott. Hi, Divine Sunflower Tarot. Go check out her channel, Miss Sid herself. And I think she does have a live or a premiere going on tonight. Make sure you get your notifications. Go to her channel, press notify me, and it will notify you that she's going live or that she has a premiere and she'll be in the chat. Hi, Ashmaya. Hi, Walter, and thank you. Hi, Charlene. Hi, you beautiful souls. I'm catching up with my chat. Hi, El Sunray, Miss Leah herself. Beautiful. Sorry I'm late. Allison's being really heavily tested right now. I have the soul boundary is activated and I'm trying not to rage. And it's not because I want to be an evil. See you next Tuesday. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to refine this and in whole spirit, I'm going to sage before I do anything. Oh, Ash Maya, I am sending so much healing. I've been sending healing energy to Miss Ash Maya and her hubby. Just know I'm sending it to you. A lot of you are in my prayers. And just my intentful thinkings and ponderings when I do my morning and my evening meditations. And I put it into the field and I project my light body to some of you. I don't know if you're seeing it, feeling it, but just know that a lot of you are in my thoughts and my prayers and my thinkings, my ponderings, and my light body takes it from there. I need this. Today's been batshit crazy. Hi, Hazel. Oh, girl. Seriously, when I had mouth pain, and I can't compare myself to Ash Maya one bit because her situation's like 20 times worse than mine, and I don't like to say that, but I used to like literally use lidocaine as a mouthwash. I'd ask the dentist to get me lidocaine and then to inject it so that, oh, and I mean, painkillers are great, but they don't always last or they don't work. I've been in that situation too. So Ashmaya, let's send Ashmaya a whole big bowl of healing energy. We love you, girlfriend, and we want you to get better. We're praying for you, girl. Because trust me, I know that pain. It's horrible. Oh, hi everybody. How are you? Before we begin, I'm gonna sage. Uh, I need to sage myself. And like I said, it's a tool and I'd feel better. It makes me feel better when I do it. Do I want to start a new one? No, I'll do this one. Yes, and go please check out. Oh no, don't tell me we're losing. Okay. Woo! I don't like to stick my sage in the candle if I don't have to. I do have a fan on because it is very humid out. I do have my air conditioning on upstairs, but minimal. Trying to save some money. So yeah, out of yesterday, we had I did my craft and sip live. Thank you for everybody that showed up. And I showed you on the Schumann resonance, we hit a blackout. Oh, and did we hit a blackout? And we're in, supposedly, I have to check. As of 20 minutes ago, we're still in another blackout. We had some spikes, little bits, and then it's offline again. So if anything today, please raise your vibrations. Please ground your energy. I have to do the same for myself. Very, very, very important that we do this. The reason being when there is a blackout, whether it's mechanical or not, it's still of God's will. If we are shifting out and shifting for better, we need to have our vibrations high, our thoughts positive, or just at least neutral. And so that we're not feeding it negative energy, we're not feeding that paradigm, we're not perpetuating that around us because we don't want it. We want beautiful, bright futures. We want to bring heaven to earth and heaven in the beautiful clouds and fairies and beautiful butterflies all over the place. We want all of that energy, so let's attune to it. When we're having blackouts, it's time to think positive. It's time to not put the worries on the shelf because they're not going anywhere. They're over there. The worries can come and wait. The worries, the negative energy can wait, but don't feed it. Very, very, very important. So I was held up today, not necessarily Allison's doing and not necessarily the person's fault. I'm supposed to have something be dropped off at my house. It's a donation for my school, and it like failed again today. And I was waiting, and it just a lot of like testing energy on my end to keep my composure because I was gonna lose it earlier. But I just uploaded a Freya video, not the best. Chippy and Pippi are outside, hiding from the camera. Freya's being a little weird. She was underneath my bed, which she doesn't ever really go unless someone's here and she's afraid. I'm not worried about anything in my house, so I don't have to worry. But if we see something behind me, give me a notice. I will do my mental gymnastics for that. I just want to go to, oh, yeah, yep. I'm going to show you the Schumann. This is like a better way if I could do it all the time, and I don't want to do it all the time, but I just want to show you guys the Schumann residence. So this is the bottom. We still had that blue spike yesterday. And look how big this blackout is. And then we have another line that dropped, and now we're in another blackout. I screen record this because it's way easier instead of 1,000,005 screenshots. And this is offline, and I'm going to check it before we start the cards. This is the importance of when we recognize that we're in a blackout. It's to say that we're all co-creating and shifting a new reality, and we have to kind of pull in. It's just like the harmonic convergence in 1987 when everybody went out and kumbaya'd and prayed and meditated together. I know we're not at that level, but if enough of us start thinking and putting it into the field that We want humanity to be at peace. We want the best for everybody. We want prosperity and abundance for whatever that individualistic person needs to obtain it. Whatever love is lacking, whatever is lacking, that is filled. The void in those areas are filled for everybody. And we keep it without specifics because everybody needs something different and everybody has something that they don't have that's different at different levels. So just please keep that in mind when we're in a blackout. We are probably in one. I'm going to check. To think negatively. Bye. The thinking of negative. Bye. Even if shit is foul right now. Right? Even if life is throwing you a 10-ton brick. And I'm only increasing this to show you that's where we are, but it's offline. So we were spiking and then there was another shift. And we're offline again. So we were in the middle of a light code spike with some purge, and then it went black again. So just be aware of and be accountable of your energy. Because we love you. And I want you all to thrive. And I want everybody to into swing something. And the cool part was, I wish I could have played it. The comedian from Staten Island, Eric D'Alessandro, I think just bought a house in Staten Island. He moved somewhere else, and I think he's raising his kids back home. And he was just like talking about it. I don't know if that was Thor. I do have rain. I don't know if there's storms coming. It's gloomy out. That was my Facebook not acting properly at all. Okay, I really didn't get to look at, I kind of saw the posts, and there's my New York accent popping out. Let me go check. Yeah, and my subscriber somebody pointed it out, like, Allison, you were like this and that. I don't even care. Whatever. I stopped worrying about it. So the big decks today that I'm going to be pulling from is Sacred Forests. Everybody that was there kind of chose one. The Celtic deck. I haven't pulled from that. The Animal Spirit. We have the Astro deck. But I'm going to throw in as a bonus the Empath Oracle. This one is it's weird. A lot of you know this deck and a lot of you don't. It's weird. It's talking about your energy. So if you're not looking for that, or you're just looking for a broad-based like spirit message, I don't know. Whatever you're pulled to and whatever I'm pulled to, obviously. I'm going to pull you an angel number. I'm actually going to pull you from Arnie's Oracle, the Tarot deck. I'll pull you one of these. I had that inkling yesterday, and I'm missing something. Hang on. I need to bring my cart back and put it behind me because I have way too many cards everywhere. 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 And I'll also pull angel therapy cards. I like those. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype. If you have the hyping ability, that's great. If not, it's cool. We love you anyway. Thank you all for just being amazing souls that you all are. And if anybody wants a reading, we could talk about energy. Allison's amped. I'm just letting my energy settle in to my happy place. And guys, do you like my shirt? It's kitty cats! Black and white. Kitties. I don't wear white. A lot of you know I don't wear white, but I couldn't say no to the kitty cats. This would be a work shirt for me. Yay! I have a kitty cat shirt that's professional. Um, this, you know, the pre-pause, I'm calling it now pre-pause. The pre-pause bloaty area, it's really annoying. And some of my button-down professional shirts that I have, like I wear to work, even if I wear something underneath, and that is just to button, um, some of them are a little too small. And I needed the next size up because usually I go for the medium large, and now I had to go to the large. So I ordered on the, you know, it's on a lot of things are on sale, and Allison is snagging some things that I could wear for work. Um so kitty shirt it was. I was excited. I'm just checking the other charts. Did I have a blackout? I don't see these things. Like, and I have my YouTube up next to my Zoom. I'll pull an angel number. That mothership is still in the air, guys. Looks like it moved a bit. Poopy. I don't know what I dropped. I don't know if you could see that. Ooh. Ooh, Sid. Loving it. Yeah, I'll show you guys in a second. I was gonna get a dinosaur shirt, to be honest with you. And then something told me not to. Not because I don't like dinosaurs. All right. I'll shuffle that up, and then Sid, we're off to the races. And look at that. What is that? What is that? What is that? Someone tell me, please. We are getting hit a little bit from some stormies. Just saying. Just saying. They could take me home. You know, the they could portal me to another realm too. I'm cool with that. The Valkyries herself, Miss Freya, can pull me up to her hall. I'm cool with that too. I don't know if I want to be in Valhalla. Freya's hall sounds just as nice. Wherever. Wherever. Wherever it takes us. Okay, hang on. We're going to chicken. Buck, chicken. Chicken. Chicken is not working. Let's go to Batty. Batty. There it goes. See, Batty works. Batty flat. Oh, it's downpouring. It's like, what's that noise? Oh, there it is. Okay, Miss Sid, you have the pentagram, protection, balance, unity. Of course, then I drop cards. Hang on. I'm short. Ah! I'm short. My reach is not pleasant. Okay, now that I'm not a mess and we're laughing, good energy. All right. The pentagram is a beautiful symbol which illustrates harmony between the 5 elements. Within the pagan community, the elements are air, represented by a feather, earth, crystals, soil, fire is the candle, water, the shell, and spirit. The pentagram is also used in Chinese medicine to represent the 5 elemental theory, which comprises fire, earth, metal, water, wood. The pentagram is also often associated as a symbol of protection. I got one on my tushy. I got the pentacle and a pentagram. And one of the stars is facing my tushy crack. So down there is protected. When you draw this card, it is asking you to find balance and unity within your life. When you are out of balance, and what do you need in order to bring back harmony? Are you too fiery and quick to anger? Maybe you're lacking motivation or the fire to achieve what you desire. Or your emotions flowing like water element that they are. Are you holding back tears or do they flood out? Maybe you are feeling a bit scattered and need some grounding, or perhaps you are lacking guidance and need to work with spirit more. Have you become rigid and need to be more fluid like air and move more? When we bring things back to a simple approach of looking for what is not balanced, we can begin to seek out for ourselves what will bring back balance to our lives. Call on the element you need to help you. Go in search of where the elements reside. Seek out a natural creek, the sea, a lake, garden, and get your bare feet on the ground. Light a fire, light a candle, or keep warm if you need to. Seek out places where you can be in the wind and ask for it to take your cares away or help you to be more flexible. The pentagram can also signify that a union is here or awaits you. The pentagram should always be seen as a symbol of positivity. And if you are in need of a protection, the pentagram is your symbol. So upstairs is also guiding me to tell all of you, not just Sid, even though she pulled this is for her. But like I was trying to convey yesterday, we all are moving up in a higher vibration. So it's not that Sid is not doing these things, because I believe she is. It's asking yourself, do you need another modality? Do you need to think outside of the box? So for myself, last year, I had a hard time grounding, even when I was on the grass, touching the trees, and being amongst nature. I was dumbfounded as to why. And then I got some advice from some other people to say, hey, like maybe that is not a grounding method that's working for you anymore. You got to do something else. Here, why don't you put the Pure Tone Hertz by, the bathtub, but when you go to the lake, listen to that. Move your body, Tai Chi, Qigong. Maybe you need to take a drive. Do stuff that obviously is everyday simplistic, but think about, everybody tells you to put your bare feet on the grass. Sure, it does work, but for some of us that hold higher frequency and higher vibration, we need other things than the basics. We are graduating out. So what once worked is no longer going to serve its purpose to its fullest. Not to say it's not going to work, but it might not be enough. Does that make sense? So, like I said with the sage, everything is a tool. Maybe okay. I saw that. No, I'm glitching. I am glitching. I saw that this time. But what I didn't see here, yes. I kind of, guys, if there is a glitch and I notice it, I wait so that my voice and the video is caught up. So don't mind that. Miss Sid, you are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. I'm glad Sid asked, because please recognize this within all of you, how powerful you are. We are elevating. And we're writing the next chapter together, and realize that it's not because people are ignorant. It's just what once worked for a lot of us it's not doing much. Don't get frustrated. You got to search what works for your body, and you got to search out for what will work for you. And then we might have to swap again. But Sid, you are a very powerful light worker. I know she knows this. And I think Spirit is just asking you to look at how you are protecting yourself and maybe add or subtract things that might not be working for you. And not because you're not aware. You just might need to add some cool shit to it. You're not done yet, girl. Hi, Sauls. You got the Queen of Wands. You are independent, not afraid to take charge. You have the inner strength to accomplish your goals. And look, I smile because there's a sunflower. It's making me giddy. Sacrifice. You got the Hanged Man. Sacrificing to achieve a greater goal. This can mean sacrificing time, energy, comfort, resources, old habits, or attitude, finding a new path by giving up old ways. And we're all in this right now. Most of us are in this energy. And for a lot of us, it's subconscious. So that old timeline, that old energy, the old way of being, I know I'm getting like torn apart inside. My soul's doing it. I feel it. My soul's doing it. I had to refrain myself from going off the deep handle today. Not because I hate a person, it's just my soul's putting boundaries up, and it's brutal. Brutal. But we're being asked right now to really look at what story, what modality of thinking is no longer serving you, or is it starting to get to you? I know there's a couple of things starting to get to me that never got to me. It was fine. And now it's like, so I have to go sit down and like actually transmute that and really establish with my soul, okay, how do I navigate this? We have 313 angel number, growth and intuition. Embrace your guidance. Your guardian angels are offering you. Trust the message and strive forward. I didn't hear anything, Charlene, about the sky events. I know, like most of us that knew that other paradigm were told about sky events. What are they? Just let me know. Well, the 12, okay, so we have an eclipse. Hang on, Allison's brain's like braining. The math is mathing. We have an eclipse. Do we have a new moon? Is it the new moon? Yes, it's a new moon, and that new moon is in, does it say a planet? It's hitting Greenland, Iceland, and Spain. Cool. That's the eclipse. But we have a new moon on that day. Anybody know what zodiac sign it's in? See, Allison's not the astrology is missing my mind. Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Hi, Logan. Hi, Kim. Did I miss anybody? I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today. I'm a scatterball. So there's the eclipse, Charlene, that's happening on the 12th. We have the new moon. I don't know what the third one. Anybody let me know what the third one is. We are in portal energy. 8-8 is in 3 days. 8-8 is in 3 days. 6-planet lineup in the morning, eclipse, daytime, and lots of stars flare. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Since we're in a blackout, we're in a blackout. We're shifting the timeline. So Lionsgate's in 3 days. And then you got right after that Lionsgate, we got an eclipse. We got the new moon. And that's when we set our new intentions for the month. That's when we're setting in. And I go back to work that day. That's when, like, okay, okay. So we got fire and air. And then we have the little comic guys. We have the shower. I think for all of us, it's going to be, I'm getting hit now with the energy. I'm being hit right now. My soul is like putting up a thin fucking, like, she's being a little cunty today, but that's my higher self being like, no, I'm in control, bitch. But a lot of you might be feeling what I'm starting to feel. And if it feels different, yes. Yes. What I'm feeling from all of these things, and even like sitting with myself this morning when I woke up, and I really asked myself, what world do I live in right now? I asked myself that. We're being prepared to start. Thor agrees. He just hammered. I know on my own end, I'm feeling that sense of not urgency, but authority, of the strength that I'm going to be needing to pull from upstairs down in here to step in authority, in a not in an over-sensing way, but like my mission. Hi, Kathy. And I know the rift going on inside happened to me a year ago, but in a different context. That happened to be, I can no longer listen to hate, people separating themselves from God, source, the one infinite creator, the back and forth black and white paradigm. I could not, my soul put a fucking kibosh to it. Not that I can't be around it, not that I can't be exposed to it, but like, if I'm choosing to feed myself that, my soul said no more. Sorry. We're being prepared for the moving on forward. All of us, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, it's happening. And yes, Ashmaya, milestones, I can't. I love you, girl. But Sid's reading, I know, even though that was for Sid, if anybody does resonate with the cards, it's pretty much saying, like, now we're elevating to a new level, a new vibration. Alexander Quinn talked about this, and a few other people are also speaking on it, that we're elevating. And what worked in 3D needs to be refined for 4. So you just going out barefoot on the grass might not be working out for you. Not because it doesn't work for others, but because you're elevating and you need more, or you need a different way. It's not to say it's bad. It's just, I also need different. I have to sit with the Bluetooth speaker with pure tone hertz against my bathtub. And I got to feel it. I got to hear it. I got to feel it. It got to go rippling in me. And I feel way better when I'm doing that. And that's what's working for me now. But back in the day, yeah, I used to go outside and be barefoot and hug my trees outside and enjoy and just feel amazing. But now not so much. I need other things. So please don't relegate yourself to one modality. It's not a wrong one, but maybe looking into Tai Chi, movement, working with different types of somatic energy. What is that called? Psionic, like where you're moving energy, even if you don't think you're moving energy, maybe if you move your body and you're moving your energy, that might be something to ground with. But Sid's reading is definitely like showing like she's a FAFO, don't you mess with her. She'll have her fairy dust and sparkle and lightning. She'll be at you because she embraces her shadow. Yay! And like Ashmaya just said, please, when your body is telling you to keep doing something, do it. Don't ignore your body. If like Ashmaya is saying, like, I should have went home, but you know what? Me recharging in nature feels better for me. That's what you're doing. Right? There's some people, even if you live in a city or you live in a place that doesn't have much greenery, you can do that grounding in your mind. You are all powerful beings. And this is what I was talking about yesterday. Even though it was about painting, it was more spiritual. We're moving on up. We're very powerful, and it's now time to own that power. It's time to embody it. It's not just about having a power. I don't want any power over anybody. I want all of us to enjoy this moment together and add more people coming in, because the more of us, we could collapse heaven to earth. And it might just be us on that heaven, and that's okay. Everybody's going to end up where they need to be, and we should not worry about it. When we give the negative energy, it's perpetuation, it perpetuates. Jim Brewer even spoke about it. He's like, I stopped thinking about this stuff because I don't want it in my reality. Sure, it affects me here and there. You know, I get it. But I don't make it the renting of my headspace all day long, and I don't obsess over it. And if we took that approach, we'd be better for it. You know, for me, what grounds me a lot too is sitting with Freya at the window, watching Chippy and Zippy and Pippi and all the birds. You know, even at night, sometimes the raccoons come and they're stinking cute, and you just want to, and you know you can't. But I like sitting at my window and just watching nature do its thing. Uh, but everybody has their own way of doing it. Just ask yourself, could there be something else you could do? Grounding doesn't need to be anybody's but yours modality. You know, we all have our basic understanding, but if you need a grounding mat, if you need grounding sheets, like if you need to go to the lake, if you need to go for a walk, do what your body is calling, your intuition is calling you to do. But also try out different things. It doesn't harm you to try different things. And if you don't like it, guess what? You don't do it again. So does anybody else would like, I have, and I'm sorry that was also last minute, guys. Allison tries to accommodate for a lot of people. We got the Celtic spirit. We got the animal spirit guy with their beautiful animals. We have the Astro card deck. We have Sacred Forests. And as a bonus today, unless you really need some empathic guidance, this is more on the psychological. This is a very tricky deck, by the way. It's not going to really give you answers. It might give you some thoughts. Yeah, I could do that, Hazel. Yes, intuition is our greatest gift, and a lot of us have blocks within that intuition. Sometimes it's the ego that does it, and it's not, again, against us. It's not us trying to be against ourselves. It's we second guess our intuition sometimes because we don't like to hear what it has to say sometimes. Even though we know the truth, some of those truths are really fucking hard to handle. All right. You're getting the Astro deck. But you're also getting, I'll pull these cards first. Hi, Foxy. Hi, Fox G, Love Fairy. I saw you popped on like last minute as I left my live. Thank you for joining yesterday. I saw your name pop up like right as I put, and I was like, no, Poopy. And again, sorry I was late, guys. I was supposed to have somebody drop something here off that's supposed to be then going to my school. They got held up, and I don't control that. But I didn't want to have to like pause during a live and get a big hunk of cheap piece of equipment in my house and keep you guys hanging out. Not that I don't think you guys mind, but I don't like to do that. Unless it's like a package at my door that it's raining and I needed to get it inside, like it's all right. But I don't like holding people for forever. I mean, Patrick that one day was just Patrick doing his job. Dropping me off goodies. Mm-hmm. So hi, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so. YouTube is playing funny. So guys, just note that sometimes on other people's channels, especially tarot card readers, oracle card readers, and people that do metaphysical work, there are people that think they're subscribed and get unsubscribed. I had that a while back with memberships. People could have sworn they're like, Allie, like it's not showing up that I'm a member, but I know it. And I'm like, all right, give it a day, and I'll reach out to them. It was a problem on YouTube's end. So just make sure that you are subscribed. That does happen, and that's for anybody with channels. It does happen. Oh, I didn't know we're getting thunderstorms. I just got told rain. Fun times. But you know what Allison did get? I already have rain boots. I had to get a golf umbrella and a little tiny, not like a travel umbrella. So the golf one is for when it's like downpouring. because I have to carry my laptop with me to work, from and to work, and all the stuff that I carry to work, like my lunchbox. And sometimes I bring extra clothes if the kids are crazy. So I don't like keeping anything in school because of the conditions in my room. I don't trust people. I don't have a locker either. So I carry everything back and forth with me. And I got a rain jacket. Allison's trying to be smart. Like in New York, I had all this stuff. Moved here, had a car, everything was great. I could run across and get a little wet. No, now that I'm walking again. Just an FYI, I had a rain jacket. It was gorgeous. It was from Zara. And then I was wearing it so much for the rain, it got all nasty. Not all rain jackets are equal. All right, Miss Hazel, you got this beautiful card, Ascendant Entrance. How do you see the world? Take a long look at the assumptions and presumptions through which you filter your experience of reality. Really look how your privilege, trauma, or even certain attributes of your history can distort reality of the moment. Do what you can to dismantle those observations so you can see the whole view. Open the aperture. Conversely, look carefully at the signals you send off. Do they match your intention? Do you say you're fine when in reality you need a hug? This is talking to so many of you. I'm already feeling it. Are you trained to sound modest or apologetic when really you know what you are doing? Do you act like you know what you're doing when you don't? Notice what you project onto the world and take responsibility for how you are seen. The ascendant is where you become visible. If this makes you nervous, investigate what needs to be healed or where you need to grow your confidence in order to feel comfortable being seen. If you're asking about a project, look for what needs to be repaired or improved before you hold a press conference. The front door is only one part of the house. Be willing to look beyond appearances and into the heart, but don't count on others' ability to do so. Over time, your reputation is built on what you do, not how you look. Batshit crazy. How many of you, when I read that, even though that was for Hazel, and I'm not done with her reading yet, how many of you actually like, holy shit, you questioned yourself? Very much needed. You have throat chakra, Hazel. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. There's so much more I'm going to say, but let's read the rest. Eight of Pentacles. Your dedication and hard work is paying off. You take pride in all you do. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed by others. Seven of Wands. Stand up for what you believe. Let no one or thing get in your way. Your authentic self and truth rule the day. Angel number 143, you are divinely guided and supported in your spiritual journey. Your angels are urging you to trust the path you are on and embrace your spiritual gifts in the connecting to the higher realms. How many of you looked inside yourself and just said to you, oh, are you speaking your authentic self? When I go to work, there are some people I'm not so privy with energetically. I don't judge. People are everybody has a story and a circumstance. I'm not there to judge. But if they project their fakeness, hi. Hi. I stand in my authority. When we're not okay, why can't we come to an agreement that we're not okay? And that when we need a hug, we need a hug. And it's okay to be vulnerable. You don't have to lie about it. And I know some circumstances like hold you back from that, but just understand that you have and hold a lot of power. Don't throw it away by not speaking your truth. And sometimes your truth can be vulnerable. Like I came on, I'm very transparent. Like my soul's having one of those like, holy shit, I cannot handle this. Wow. But instead of shutting people and places out that I love, but obviously are testing the living daylights out of me right now, I'm having compassion, but I also have the barrier and the boundaries up. A repeated pattern that came to me earlier is that I keep allowing people to it's not even taking advantage, is not the projection that is coming out of my subconscious I'm not aware of, but now I am, is that Allison just has all this time during the day for whenever someone wants to pop in, for I gotta wait on other people when my time is also valuable, but other people don't value it. No, my time is extremely valuable. So is my rest. So is my own meditations. So is my own. I'm working all the time just because I'm off this summer and I don't work a 9 to 5 until next Wednesday. Ooh. Doesn't mean that my time is not worth something and waiting around all day for people to get back to me. Guess what? Fuck you. I'm not waiting. Love you. But the excuses are getting pretty thin and my soul is like, no more. Nope. And again, it's not coming from a heart. I don't want to come off from a hurtful, harmful place, but it's where I'm leaking my energy of like Allison's always down to be flexible and navigating everybody else's schedule when I'm not putting myself first and I'm waiting around all day. And that throws my schedule back. And oh, but Allison's flexible. She understands. Sure, I do, but no. So that's where the now boundaries are being forged. And it's not coming from this body, it's coming from a higher self. And that's not just in one area of my life, it's in every area of my life. I'm almost there, Kim. And before I go any further, Allison needs to pop out her chitty chat again. Hang on. I got to refresh. Also needs to pop out her chitty. Yeah, my chat stalled. Sorry, guys. I knew something was up. Sorry about that, guys. My chat stopped. You're welcome, Hazel. I knew something was up. Hi, Sparky. I knew something was up. I'm like, I'm not seeing the chat go anywhere. I know I'm talking. And I know it goes quiet sometimes, but it was, I don't know, I felt off. So sorry about that. I'm working on Kim right now. You see, it is. Sparky, I love it. Souls, I did not. I did something. I have been seeing a lot of people negate the tarot thing. And here's what I'll say about that. I don't watch tarot to get answers. I have the answers within me. But what I do watch it for is synchronistic patterns. So like for most of a lot of us in the chat are Aries. So if the 7 to 10 people that I value and I watch are pulling like the Nine of Pentacles and like all of them are pulling the Nine of Pentacles, there is no coincidence to them all pulling the same or very similar messages. So that for me is a sign for me to have an awareness. Do I have to live my life based off that awareness? No, not at all. But I like sometimes to see where people are pulling, and not that I have to anticipate a change, but sometimes like I would like to know, okay, like this week, do I need to like mentally prepare myself for a shift? But like they're giving me a little bit of a hint in what direction. So do I go and be, oh my, like my right, the reconciliation and he's coming back kind of stuff? I don't listen to that. My soul knows. I might not consciously. My soul knows what's best for me, and I'm just surrendering to the universe and its energy. Almost done with you, Kim. We're gonna get you right in a sec. I gotta pull the other deck. And I just missed it. All right. But it's the truth. When I go to work, I'm taking 20 more minutes to get back home. So instead of getting home in 2 minutes, I have to walk and then decompress. That takes time. And I don't wait for the soul is saying, like, you got to stop allowing other people to just say, hey, I'll be at your house from 3 to 4. And then, and they don't catch you up on whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, I can't come today. Well, that I get life happens and I'm very sympathetic. But this isn't the first time, like Viking just saying, hey, like, what are you doing right now? Like, what are you talking about? Well, I could take you to the store now. Well, would it have been nice if you called me earlier so I could get A, myself ready, and B, if I had something to do, I can't go. Not because you're not willing to help me out, but it would be nice to know that I am asked, given a little bit of a heads up. And then if I don't guess people don't understand, like, I like to have a schedule set. If I don't keep to my schedule, I'm not organized in a lot of places in my life, but the one thing I do like to be organized is with my time. Yeah, Kim, absolutely. I like other people to tell me themes. I like to know the theme. The theme meaning like, oh, I need to embody my empress energy. This energy is trickling in, and if a lot of people are saying it, there's no doubt that in some aspect of my life that energy is popping up. I don't base my life on tools. Now, what I'm doing, to what Sid is also doing and many others, is pretty much helping guide you to, hey, like, if you're not feeling the grounding, if you feel like you need a ground and that's not really doing it, maybe you need to look for something else. So it's kind of like spirit helping you navigate your journey. And once again, you're not held down to the cards. You could do what you want. But the readings that I do isn't here to predict outcome for you. You're the determination of your outcome. I'm just here to help you navigate the energy of maybe you need to look in a different spot you weren't looking before. Exactly, Kathy. I am very flexible with my planning because things do happen. Elements in this world happen, right? But especially like having a channel and saying like, I'm going to do this. I want to own my words. And because something out of left field happens, I don't like to be that person that tells you something and then my credibility starts losing itself out because other people just don't have boundaries or tell me one thing and do another. I'm not angry at this person. They're going through a lot, but at the same time, it's just be recognizant that I also have a life and this is with anybody, I have a lot going on. And that's to try to get me out of the hole and out of this, like, I'm not surviving anymore. I'm not thriving yet. And I have to work at getting to that thrive level. And souls, that's exactly the thing. If someone's doing a reading for you and something hits within you to get a creative spark, use it. But you have to take everything within and go, okay, does this apply to me? Does this apply to another version of myself? Is this something I need to work on? Is this something I can just put in the back of my mind and go, oh, you know what? That they pulled this theme and it's something I may need to look out for, maybe not. When there's a collective energy, me being an Aries third decan is not the same as Sid's decan and is not the same as half of you. We're Aries, but we have other placements in our chart that dictate a lot. I'm a Virgo rising, so a lot of things are dictated in my perfection and organization. That's where that comes out in me more than anything else, is the needing to have, I'm always on time. I need to be early. I need to be structured in certain areas of my life. That's the Virgo rising. The Gemini moon is a little wonka, but I digress. So, Kim, for your first card, we're going to do the empathic card first, manifesting the future. I'm going to say collapsing the wave function, by the way, because you have what you need. Knowing the future will be a brighter place than the past. Doing work every day to keep the ball rolling in a positive direction. Gaining trust in the universe that everything is going according to plan. An ancient occult truth that has been rewrapped in modern terminology is a law of attraction. We attract experiences and life lessons based on our vibrational state. Our thoughts help create the lives we experience. Our thoughts hold great power in directing flow of our experiences and our responses to life's ups and downs. As virtually all spiritual paths affirm, you are a spark of God. You are a spirit experiencing itself. You are the great architect of your life. We have the unique opportunity to choose which emotions and thoughts we nourish, and to recognize those that do not serve our greater purpose. Life can be incredibly confusing at times. When we sensitive souls look to the future, it may not always be clear, and this can be a source of anxiety. We may see glimpses of our likely future, yet we know what it awaits determination. Sometimes we all can do is trust in the universe and try our best while we are at it. Just the same foundation we laid in our past lives formed our present experience. The way we respond to the world around us and the conscious action we take thoroughly creates and experiences of our reality. By staying grounded in the present, we can lay down one stepping stone at a time to create a future that nourishes the soul. Just as the body takes time to heal from an injury, it takes time to align our spirits with a positive future path. You may consider creating a vision board or affirmation board on which to focus regularly. I don't suggest that, but whatever works for you. For empaths, our greater purpose is intrinsically connected to helping others in the world. It cannot be understated that selfless acts helping others within our own means is a profound remedy to help resolve difficult baggage from the past that we're still hauling around in the present. When we truly strive to help others, we put aside much of our own emotional weight so we can engage and provide perspective to those in need. This assistance in forming our future. It's like I wrote this. But I'm happy, and I know once again, it's just like Sid's and just like Hazel's, a lot of you are resonating with these words. A lot of us are. And resonate with it if you do, everybody in the chat, because it's going to hit most of us. This is why I was saying when I came on, we're in a blackout also spiritually on the Schumann resonance. There is a lot of energy working up for Lionsgate. There is a lot going on energetically. We're not even done yet with Kim, but that on its own head is asking you to keep positive, to use your experience in helping others, but do it from a place that you can expend your energy on. Sometimes my cup is filled with all this insight, but physically I might have a backache and I might need some physical help, right? It's the weighing of the balance. So Kim, you got solar calm. Just appreciate the deep, energizing quiet of this time. Work for steady progress and play the long game. This came out the other day. Listen to your muse and support the arts. Take a creative approach and work toward positive change within the systems that are now in place with gentle, steady pressure. Find like minds and grow these deep connections. Listen to the quieter voices that are not usually heard. Whether this is the whispering voice of your intuition or the subtle voice of the introverts or underrepresented. In romantic relationships, hold hands and look for places of quiet refuge together. Build relationships now that will help you to manifest needed changes when the tide turns and the sun activates. I can't stress this enough. This is not just for Kim. This is for everybody. Whether you have somebody or not, we are here all together as a tribe, and this is the quiet period. This is what we're going through. If you feel it, and a lot of you are starting to feel it, your purpose, your soul is like putting the hammer down for a reason. Take this quiet time because it's coming. It is not the time to push ahead or spark change. If you try to motivate practical change in your life or try totally new approach, it can feel like trying to light a match in the fog. Be patient and the fog will clear in time. Meditation helps. Turn down the noise of the outer world and listen with clarity to the knowing within. Let go of the details of the story and feel the call to spirit, to connection, and to the interconnectedness of all existence. In this quiet clarity, you could see far away to the distant stars and come to understand the overarching power and patterns. Hi, Arnie. It's not just about patience. What is happening with both of those cards that are fucking fire, Kim, fire? We're being asked right now to just sit within our feelings because I know my own self, Miss Allison right here, is getting activated. I'm being recalibrated. So in this recalibration, we're all going through it. All of us together now. We're getting recalibrated. Within that recalibration is when we need to be quiet the most. And not to say quiet, but introspect. Find where your soul is putting the kibosh to something. Where's your soul talking to you? What in your life do you feel needs attention? The portal of 8/8 is happening in 3 days. Then we have the 12th with the eclipse, the new moon, and every other aspect going on. It's a lot of energy. We're in another blackout, and I'm going to check right now before I read the rest of your cards, Miss Kim. Don't you worry. Wow, I got a lot of updates on my phone. Woo! What's up, Arnie? Oh, we're still in the blackout. Look at this beautiful blackout. Big, big blackout. And then there's a little tiny blackout. We're in a blackout right now. What? So what is that card, the empathic card telling us? The empathic card is reminding us that we need to think positively at this moment in time, that the changes that we want are incoming, but our body's vibrational aspects need to catch up, recalibrating in our body. We would humanly combust if we do the change tomorrow, right? We're recalibrating, and now is that period of time. But be aware the change is incoming. And once you feel the shift inside of you, enact it. All right. We're not done with you, girl. We have ascended masters. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you, Miss Kim. Beautiful. You know what, Miss Sid? I'm going to say this because I know a lot of you have some very painful, very hard circumstances going on right now. You're not experiencing a third dimensional lesson. You're not. I have spirit with me. You elevated, and you are elevating up to a harder lesson, and it's harder for that reason because you're needed. Guys, you have to know. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Spirit's here. And I'm saying this with so much love, even for myself. I have to remind myself this. We are here to change the world. And that's not being egoistic. That's just the reality of our soul's contracts. What a lot of us are going through right now is next level, it's higher level, and it's not of 3D. It's happening in 3D, but it's on a higher level. So just know how strong and how amazing you all are, that you have survived the most suffering and pain anybody can imagine, and know how that is making the biggest difference in this world. Please trust me when I'm saying that the more we suffer, the light workers, the more that we transmute that pain, the more light we bring to the world. And I can't say that with any more authority. It's the truth. Cam, you got 6 of Wands. You are on the path to victory, and your achievements are being acknowledged by others. Success and recognition are yours now. And girl, you got the Empress. Own it. Connect with your soft side, your sensuality, and embrace your creativity and nurture your ideas and projects. Make it happen now. Your angel card number is 1919. In order for new doors to open, old ones must close. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Release what no longer serves you. And like I said earlier, when it was Sid's reading, and even Hazel's, we're elevating to the next level. And not everything that we are in right now, we're in this ping pong match. Third dimensional stuff is not going to work in the next reality. We could take those ideas, we could take the meanings and the feelings with it, but we have to mature it. We have to refine it like we're being refined. All the knowledge that we have, we're uplifting it to another level. So just be aware that whether it's a soul contract lesson, whether it is an activation you're getting, whether it's something you need to drop from an old self, know that it's a little bit harder because you're on a higher vibration, and but you're doing it down here. So we all have our 3D limited edition meanings to things. When there is a higher perspective and a higher awareness that is guiding us now, and you have to allow that to happen. Just because 3D says this is the definition of something doesn't mean that means that same very thing in 4D. Just like grounding. I can't just put my feet on the grass anymore. It doesn't really do a thing for me. And not because I don't love Gaia or the trees or the earth. I need heavier amounts and different amounts of grounding to get my nervous system to be calm. Not because the earth doesn't work, but I need other elements too. And that includes movement. So just please know we're all elevating and things are changing and they will get confusing. But Kim, the manifesting the future, that gives you, I did this because it gives you guys an understanding. Ash Maya, I know you said you want me to pick the cards, but do you have a deck that you would like me to choose from? And I hope those of you, I don't, I'm pulling Arnie's tarot. He does have this deck that Arnie has. It's an oracle and a tarot card deck. You can use it together. I like to use the oracle with the tarot because it picks up a lot. This deck of his works with me succinctly. I sure can, Kathy. Do you have a deck in mind? Ashmai is next. Yes, you can send souls. Well, I know you wanted that Celtic deck yesterday. You got it. Yeah. I like to change up. I love using Arnie's cards. They work like his energy and mine are very interlinked. So when I use his decks, like ah, but it works even if I'm just using the Oracle, it works very well with my energy. Ashmaya, you're getting the Celtic deck. It just called. I love that deck. And for a while when I was doing the I haven't been called to do it yet. I usually pull like a few of the tarot cards and then I pull a few of the oracle cards. And I'm not reading them the way or tarot is read. You got that, Kathy. I like spontaneity. Hash Maya. I know why, Spirit said. Celtic. Not because you're Irish. Because what just got pulled. I'll tell you in a minute, guys. But the energy is definitely I know I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. I am feeling it. Are you? I don't watch basketball, by the way. I don't. I do I'm hockey, all hockey. But I'm not gonna lie, women's that the because I live in the stupid state, Indiana fever is on my eyes. And that Sophie, I love her. Speaking some truth. Speaking some truth. Love you, Sophie. And Caitlin Clark, male or female, it's all good. Um, I could care less. Women power sometimes. I don't like baseball either. I rather watch the Savannah Bananas. That's fun. They were just at Wrigley. I think they were at Wrigley Field with the firefighters. Um, I got rid of my Instagram, so it's hard to keep up with a lot of things. But I'm getting my I'm going to be putting my Instagram back very shortly, guys. That's another thing I have to do. I took myself off because of all the negative uh attention that I am not trying to draw to myself anymore. Old version of self. And I have to embody this new see you next Tuesday, FAFO, head bitch in charge kind of thing. All right. I am missing, yes. Almost done, Ashmaya. Yeah, I'm hoping that I start getting more of the t-shirts and mugs from my merch shop coming in because the if the stickers are blowing me away, I'm really hoping the shirts do. I can't even argue that. Hi, Tim. I know, Kathy. I was keeping so I'm not my algorithm is in New York and now I get the Chicago stuff on my feeds. So I was like because I got rid of Instagram, so that's where I was catching all the games. But I like that kind of baseball. I think it's fun. Um, but I like hockey. I do. So Ash Maya, you got tree spirit, strength, growth, and stability. Let's hope I can read this. The tree spirits are amazing allies to the work with. They symbolize strength and groundedness by showing up and showing us how to put down roots, which creates a strong platform for anything to grow well. Trees teach us to grow in a sensible manner, slow and steady. They never rush anything, and if they come across obstacles, they simply work around them slowly and overcome them. I call to the tree spirits to help me learn to slow down and grow my business sustainably, or to do things in a sustainable manner that won't burn me out. I call on them when I am vulnerable or overwhelmed and ask for the strength, healing, and guidance. They never let me down. When was the last time you sat under a tree? Simply be in their presence and ask for their help, their guidance. I find imaginary as it is, they connect to me. So your eyes close and take notice of images that come to you. By drawing this card, the trees are reaching out to you. Is there a tree you can sit under and be in its presence? Can you go to the botanical gardens or somewhere quiet with the trees and really be present with them? Whatever they are trying to tell you right now, they always work from a place of calm and quiet. They move slowly and steadily. So this itself may be the answer you seek. The trees, like the legendary world tree of many different civilizations, keep the worlds bound together. If we were to cut down every tree on earth, the links would be severed. The veils are thinning due to the amount of logging. So it's virtually important we look after the trees in all ways possible. Find organizations that help replant trees or work to stop unnecessary logging. The Celtic Tree Calendar is a great place to start with learning more about trees and what they have to offer. This was life-changing for me, the person that wrote this. So, of course, where's Ash Maya? Where is she? Doing her thing under the tree. That's right. 2 seconds, guys. Daddy. If you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Well, I think that's just spirit coming through me to tell you, because I'm just a conduit, that they know you were there. Dropping shit everywhere. Dropping shit everywhere. We'll do this card first. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the ability to take on many challenges at once, flexible and adaptable. You manage situations well. You have the full, a fresh start, new beginnings, taking the leap of faith. All is renewed. It is time now to take that chance. Oh, I love robins. Hi, Logan. You have angel number 999. Completion and new beginnings, embracing change and challenges in relationships and career. Stand in reflection and growth. I hope that resonated with you. And I think for you, Ashmaya, that's more of a them validating for you. They know. Okay, we're gonna move on to Kathy. I love my trees outside. When we had the last windbag, really bad storm, I'm like, hold your roots, trees, hold down the roots. Do not put branches on the house. Oh my God, you should have heard me screaming. I sounded like a maniac. It worked. So sometimes, from a lot of reading that I have done, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but it's just a perspective. When trees get destroyed or uprooted, or it's because new life is supposed to take place. Uh, it's a signal from the universe that, like, I love my trees, but if they needed to be taken down for them not being all alive, because there is some dead parts of the trees. Trees are ancient. Sometimes trees do die. But that's not to say that when a tree is uprooted or something happens to it, it should be replaced. Or something amazing should be put there instead. I'm not necessarily against logging, but like, do there's so many things in this world nowadays that are better than wood that would help us. Um, as much as I like wood, it does retain a lot of energy and it's harder to clear residual energy from. But the trees know what they're doing. And sometimes they're like, okay, I gotta go because it's my time. Just like we have our life cycles, we can't judge why our trees do what they do. Kathy, she's Louisa's. I'm getting pulled to pull from here. How is everybody today? Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you have the ability to hype, that helps. I try to hype people if I have the ability to. Also, go check out the cute little merch shop. I got Freya Bomb sticker. These are really good stickers. I have to put it in the box. It's gonna spill. You got some good cards, girl. You got really good cards. One more puff. You got 14, expressing artistic creativity. Essential themes, recognizing that empaths are natural artists. Exploring various mediums and platforms of self-expression. Understanding artistic creativity as forms of personal healing. The image symbolizes the immense immersion of creative energy of the universe. When we are creatively active, it becomes a meditation on the flow of things, transforming chaos into something orderly. We are able to order this chaos and bring it into a higher state, which we then call art or science. The woman in the painting has mastered this art, and from a place of stillness, she realizes the abundance of possibilities to express herself. She is the goddess of creativity. This card is very much focused on artistic expression on an empathetic level. This could indicate the need to become more personally expressive because it's part of what your spirit needs. Or it can indicate the need to do this because others need to see, hear, feel, or otherwise absorb your message, no matter how abstract it may be. Empathetic art has no limitations. Deep art is not based in the ego. When thinking about artistic expression, my number one empathetic muse comes to mind, Tori Amos. It is no understatement to say that her work helped transform my life from a younger age and into the present. The fascinating thing about her artistic visions is that she sees every one of her songs as girls or spirits that come to her alongside the help of muses. The sort of spiritual or vibrational channeling is the case with many artists of all types, and this appears to be thoroughly empathetically connected. If we can sing the song or write the words or paint the picture of those who are either disincarnate or who have no voice, we're performing a magical act of empathetic transmutation. We could do the same with our own unconscious emotions if we allow ourselves to surrender to the art rather than try to control its movement. This card implies the need to buckle down and start or restart the creative process. Because of our empathic nature, energy can build up to the point that it needs conducting. Art is the perfect way to conduct our absorptions and our personal feelings. Again, you are naturally talented artists, whether you know it or not. Art is not limited to physical mediums, but can be taken to numerous forms depending on the person. Music, performance art, writing, drawing, painting, photography, sculpting, fashion, performing divination. These are but a few expressions of art that can be embraced by the empath. I know it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, there we go. Oh, that's awesome. Let me go through the rest of the cards and then I'll make my commentary. You have integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Page of Cups. Your childlike energies are soaring. New beginnings and creativity come now. A possible message coming as well from someone thought lost. You have the High Priestess. Go within, trust your feelings and intuition. You hold all your own answers, trust in you. And then your angel number is 614, positive change and divine guidance. Your guardian angels are encouraging you to trust the changes happening in your life. You're on the path to attain spiritual and emotional balance. From what I'm getting from what I just read, Kathy, I think you have an ability that's just about to come to the surface within you. Whatever that ability is, it's going to come to you soon. If you haven't already like figured it out, something is going to arise within you that comes out as a muse. So I'm really thinking that whatever it is, as long as you keep to your integrity of your own light in yourself and you are getting excited, your creativity, wherever that's going to be poured into, is going to be amazing. And I can't wait to hear what that might be when it comes. But if anybody else felt that card and feels it, take it, own it. Because I know, like, for me, I do all of this anyway. I know Arnie does this and does this. Like, we do a lot artistically, and that's where a lot of our missions are. But something in you is, of course, Tim, I'm doing souls next. You can be on the list. I will show you the cards when I get to you, Mr. Tim. I could definitely pick, or you want me to choose for you? Up to you. I have a few decks out today. But everybody gets these, and that's what I'm pulling right now. Oh no, oh my goodness. Hang on. how to mitigate something. Absolutely, Tim. And like I said, if things don't necessarily resonate in this moment, know that we're on the brink of a big change. All of us. I got hit this morning with some crazy shit. Yesterday, a couple of days ago, I keep getting these like immense, powerful downloads. And just know I'm not alone. Half of you are feeling it too. And um, just put it into perspective, right? Like think big picture. We're in a blackout. We've been in a long blackout and now we're in another one. We got a lot of energy coming at us and we're being recalibrated to birth out something new. We don't know what direction that looks like. And maybe, I'm not saying that Kathy doesn't align with it. I'm just saying that if anybody, when you're getting your reading, if you're not seeing it just yet, just give it time. I'm on like a hot streak right now. I know it. I feel it. Like is here. So just be aware of that. There we are. This is profound energy we're working with. We're all moving on up. We're on a lot of us are already up there. It's just our body is now catching up to the vibration. Within that, our body is able to hold more of the energy and all those profound things that even with the art stuff that I just talked about, they're going to be coming out more. So if you're not ready to shift your grounding modality yet, don't shift until you have a calling for it. But just know there's no right or wrong way to do anything. You know, go outside, Allison, and put your feet in the grass. Like that doesn't work for me anymore. Not because I don't love doing it. It doesn't work for me, right? We have to understand that everybody needs different things and we're evolving now. So just because you don't think of that of yourself just yet, hold your hats. All right, souls. Holding it down. Souls, you got the maiden, innocence, love, past. The first of the three fates. Maiden, mother, crone. Past, present, future. The Trinity knot in the circle is a symbol which represents the maiden, mother, and crone, past, present, and future. These three life cycles of women. The maiden is a symbol of innocence and the past. She is young, yet to learn the hardships of the world, and thus sees the world through a set of innocent eyes. The world is her oyster, and she is in search of love. She may be a bit naive, but is this really a bad thing when all you see is beauty around you? The maiden reminds us of a time when we also saw life as fun, inspiring, and full of wonder. Have we lost this part of ourselves? It is never truly gone, just somewhere forgotten about as we navigate through the hardships of life. We can still be one with this part of ourselves again if we allow ourselves to see the beauty in all things. Something as simple as smelling a beautiful flower or sitting in nature and watching the wildlife dance and play around us. It may be a time to remember the things that used to bring you joy and a sense of peace. We may not have the time to do all these things, but we can integrate small moments of this into our life, which can get as a great benefit. Where you have lost your innocence and where can you gain it back? The more we bring the small joys back into our life, the younger and lighter we feel. No longer weighed down by multitude of tasks and stressors we have placed upon ourselves. Souls, be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. Four of Wands. Celebrate all the good in your life, a good home, a good loving family. Be grateful for all you have. Do not dwell on what you don't have. Justice. Fairness, truth, and accountability. Be true to others as you wish them to be true to you. Speak and be your truth. Your angel number is 1187. Divine inspiration, guidance. Remember, you are always being divinely inspired. This will lead you to great success. Hope you enjoyed. All right, Tim, I'm going to pull these for you and then I'll pick a deck. Thank you, Arnie. Guys, go check out Arnie's website because these cards are phenomenal. I love all his cards. I sync with these first. The angel number cards too are phenomenal. So go check out his website. And if you guys go to the bottom of my YouTube channel, you're going to find Arnie. You're going to find Divine Sunflower Tarot. You're going to find Souls Channel. You're going to find a whole plethora of people that I support that is just a bigger part of the community. I don't name you guys because we're all one beautiful, happy tribe that just visits everybody else's little tribe spot. It's a big community and we're all here to help and thrive together. I'd hope. You know, through thick and thin, it's just like a marriage, right? Through thick and thin, we have to try to stick together. We love you. I do. But God, yes, anybody that wants to hang out in Souls, please don't forget to go over there in 30. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. I'm trying to keep these short. Yes. Souls is having a light. And I know that later on tonight, Divine Sunflower Tarot also has a premiere. So guys, if you're free, have a good night, Souls. I hope that helped you. Go hang out with them. I will probably be in their chat here in and out. Allison, just got word. I got training for work to do. Fun times. And they took my work laptop. I don't know when I'm getting it back. So I got to do it on mine before I go head back next week. Fun. Nothing I already don't know. That's why it's going to go quick. Yeah, try as a pillar in a community, let's all help each other out as, you know, and listen, FYI, if you have work, if you got things going on, it's okay you know, and I'm sure everybody else knows, like Allison is not going to be available during the day, and I try to show up where I can when I can, but I absolutely help where I can, and I know all of you do the same. So don't feel like if you have to do something that you're obligated to stay. Absolutely not. It's just showing up. I try to hit everybody's like buttons and stay for a little bit and write a comment, even if it's emojis, so that helps them. And I sometimes have to play people in the background, but that is helping. A lot of these people don't have their view hours. So with YouTube, in order to get monetized, they need to get a certain amount of hours of watch time in. If you guys can just go to the channels and pop a video on and let it play in the background, you're helping them out more than you know. It doesn't take much energy to do so. All right. Tim, I'm getting called to do the Astro deck for you. Hang on. I know. That's Auntie Amy. She's messaging. Thank you, Hazel. And we love you, Auntie Amy. We love you. I love all people. And here and then and I know like I went off on a little bit of a tangent earlier, and that is just to say, like, I'm trying my hardest um to respect the new boundaries. My soul is lying down, but at the same time, like my service is to people. It just has to be refined. And I feel that she might have had the live on, and I'm like, girl, it's not about you. I love you though. Um um yeah, and the blunt little bitch inside me will tell people, and that's where I want people to understand, if I don't, I'm not here to try to offend anybody. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Tim, this is why I picked this. You see, spirits talking. Debilitated, discomfort. This time you are the invaluable sidekick. This is not your game, but you have a lot to contribute nonetheless. And the long-term benefits will be worth your efforts. Learn and listen rather than assert yourself in your opinions. Use your strength and leadership skills to support and center around another person or a project. Pass the ball to someone who is in a position to run with it. Back up a leader. Do the work behind the scenes. and bolster the team. If you're not ready to do this work, you can pass the ball and leave the field. But consider redefining your idea of success. Stay here and you can grow needed skills, expand your repertoire and contracts, build up trust among others who can help you in the future. Everything you learn, all the contacts you make, prepare for what is in your turn. Whether you are an artist among the engineers or a linebacker among the ballerinas, you may struggle to apply your talents in this situation. In this moment, it's easy to slip into self-pity and self-doubt. You are being challenged to grow in ways you cannot predict. You are being asked to diversify, stretch, and strengthen your weak muscles. Only you can decide if it's time to take the challenge. But this experience also encourages you to love yourself in the quiet moments and to appreciate what you bring to the table even when no one else notices. A lot of us are feeling this way right now, as well as the astrology, the new beginnings might mean you're shifting a career. You are put in a situation you're not comfortable with because you're new to it. The new beginnings is new mindset, is the beginner's mindset. And even though you have already a lifelong lived experience in something else and you can bring that to the table, sometimes I like to do this. I like to sit back and watch everybody else and then insert my wisdom, myself, my expertise where it's needed, but also observing and learning in the background quietly. That's how I normally go about the big changes in my life. When I first became a para, I had no fucking clue about jack shit. And I had some pretty amazing mentors and teachers who sat down with me because I was willing to take in information new to me and learn it. And they were willing enough to help me because I had the willingness to learn. There are a lot of people that enter my field that do not, they just want the paycheck. They have no heart in the game and they're not backing anybody up. They don't last long. Whatever scenario you're in, and no matter what age you're in, new changes and new environments sometimes requires us to take a little bit of a step back and to make those observations and course direct and put, insert where we're needed until things shift. And then we might be taking on bigger responsibilities and bigger roles. Tim, clear yourself. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. And that could be mindsets, that could be thinking, that could be, I know that you're going through a lot of transition right now. You have the tower. You got the tower. Endings and dramatic change, often an upheaval, a destruction, and the shattering of old beliefs. It can represent intense challenges making way for something better. So I would say this is already something that you're tackling right now is the tower in your life. And a lot of people are going through the tower right now. But you got the King of Swords after your tower. You are a natural born leader. You are just in all you do. You are a good character and fairness, a compassionate, loving soul. So embody this card. You're badass, Tim. I know you are. And that's why I figured this deck will help you. Angel number 4114. Your hard work and determination towards achieving your goals is paying off. Your angels encourage you to keep working hard towards your goals. And what I'll say to you is just keep the course, keep on your course. We are all shifting again, and we keep shifting, and there's new timelines evolving, and there's new amazing things happening. But in the moment, just keep pressing forward. And I have to say that to all of you. It is challenging, it is confusing. Yeah, so this deck is a Arnie deck. And so is this. This is I like to use Arnie's decks for the bonuses. Um so I really love Arnie's Lyran deck, and I like the fairy and the unicorn and the dragon. He has so many, and it all literally I fan everything out, or I go under my desk and I do a lot of my everything happens through my hands. So when I pull cards, it looks like I'm doing it randomly, but I'm not. I'm feeling the vibration off the card when I put it in my head. Hey, what does Tim need to know? I fan the cards out and I pull, or I go through the deck, but I'm feeling the vibration off my fingers. That's how I pull. Not everybody pulls that way. Everybody has their own method. I don't knock anybody's stuff at all. But I had the dragon deck out last week. I've been pulling more from that because the dragons are definitely coming around. uh Definitely coming around. I'm also going through immense changes in my, not necessarily my belief systems or anything, but like that higher self is merging with me, and the new version of me is starting to be births. So taking the harder stances where my boundaries are being blocked, and or people are trying to, and I don't blame people, they don't know. Um, yes. Um, I think everybody that pulls cards pulls intuitively. My method is, but I actually feel a vibration coming off the energy from the card. And obviously, I'm not cheating to say when I do my oracle for the channel memberships, literally, I sit for hours. Even though it's like an hour long video, it takes me 2 to 3 hours to pull A, what decks, and B, what order spirit wants me to read it in. It's a big process, but there's a lot of meaning and a lot of thought behind it. I I don't do this for a living. I would love to do this for a living, but it's only one aspect of my mission to helping other people. Thank you. I am so during one of the hurricane, I dump everything in and put things in places. And I'm missing a bunch of my earrings. I'm a little pissed. I don't know where they went. I also had to move everything out of like 2 rooms and then compress my rooms together. So I'm still undoing all of that. My dad's calling. Well, he's gonna have to wait for me later. Yes. He gave up. Good. I can text him. Hi, Dad. I'm live on my channel. I'm working. Sorry about that. I don't know. I don't normally, I talk to my dad every here and there. Here and there. You have a good night, Arnie. And yes, like Arnie, do the authentic. Let's get united. Let's stay in positivity. We are in a blackout right now. We are in a blackout. I'm going to check again. And the reason why I keep checking is because at any moment it could come back online. We're offline still. We're in a blackout. So today, ladies and gents, boys and girls, souls, essences, please think positivity. Even if your life is not reflecting that right now, not if that's in every aspect of your life. Listen, is Allison's life perfect? Absolutely effing not. I still have a broken car. My whole summer, I'm not even being upset about it because I got a lot of work done this summer, as much as I also needed a lot of rest. I beat my, and this is something I'm trying to learn not to do with myself. I've been beating myself up for saying, well, you were supposed to do this and that didn't happen. Well, no, what did I need to do for this summer was to rest. I did achieve one big goal in my life is to get Windows. That happened, and I'm very happy that that happened. I can't tell you the feeling, it's so stupid and minimal, but to be able to see out a window clearly makes me happy. To be able to open up the windows and get fresh air makes me happy. I could clean my windows too. That makes me even happier. Not seeing a bullet hole in my window makes me excited. Like that's one big achievement that I got done this summer. I can rest with a smile on my face. But I also launched a merch shop. I was not expecting big stickers and all this other stuff coming. Um, there was a lot of delays, and I'm hoping that I can finally get a video in for the channel memberships 40 with the spiritual quantum mechanics episode that I've been working hard on. It's just every time I go try to record it, some other crazy crap happens in my life. You know, we're getting there. And I'm thanking everybody for their patience, but I also need to I can recognize that the things inside of me that have changed. I'm not sad that I couldn't go out to the parks that I wanted to. I got to walk. That's just good enough. It kept me from buying all the gas that is almost over $4 a gallon. Um, Everything has a purpose and a reasoning for it, and definitely got a lot of good time with Freya, and we definitely bonded this summer more so. I did get a lot of readjusting of my furniture and cleaning. I sure need to do a lot more of that, but everything has its due course in time. And sometimes I'm very hard on myself because I am the only one holding myself accountable. I have to be easy with myself sometimes. I am one person and I'm doing it all. I don't have anybody, doing my lawn. I do my lawn. I mow the grass. I clean the house. I clean and do the laundry. I don't have anybody sharing those responsibilities with me. Of course, I do have time, Ashmaya. Does he have a preference? Do you have a deck preference, Mr. Mark? You know, I'm doing a lot better with transmuting my thinking that you know what? Whatever I got done was monumentous. Okay. Thank you, Ashmaya. That the things that I have done were just enough for me. And I'm been pumping out when I can more coloring sheets because that's where I now know where the snag is with the coloring book. I need more content for it. So I've been pumping out more ideas, and guys, effing get ready. Garden gnomes! Garden gnomes! Okay, I'm gonna do Mark, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek because I have no fucking choice. It's that damn stupid cute. Which one? Garden gnomes. I know it's hard to see the whole shebang. Garden gnomes. That's the next a mystical adventure. Here's another one of Freya. They're all she's on a mushroom and they're all under the mushroom. So we're gonna have mermaids, garden gnomes. I have to come up with some other stuff, but like I've been working on that. And then I have to go and make it when so like when Michael Zinn is talking about keys and stuff, like you can only do a certain amount of free stuff a day. So I have to like plan out the things that I have so that I don't run out of time. If I have an idea, I want to make sure I'm able to do it. So then hopefully later I can make those as coloring sheets and add them to the book. Um, but I have to create a couple of more, and I'm hoping very shortly I get enough that I could really push it forward and get it formatted for myself. And hi guys. What the fuck? What? I know. Literally, guys, I was about to refresh, and here we are. And Scott's gonna know. Scott, it's 6:48 p.m. Nothing. Why I am not waiting. Okay, Mr. Mark, you got Pisces. Sensitize. Pisces asks us to swim in the ambient pool of emotion and be moved to compassionate action. With Pisces, think of a vast watery landscape with streams meandering over fields, through ponds and swamps, where the different elements and diverse species flow together in one subtle, boundaryless, and fertile landscape. Appreciate all the diverse voices in this situation and take them as tributaries to your river. This complex ecology has so much more to say and is so much more robust than any simple monoculture. Someone's thinking about me. The situation you are facing is also subtle and complex, but that is its strength. This moment calls for finer perceptions, a more sensible microphone. Be aware of other people's feelings as you are aware of your own. But know whose feelings are whose. Track carefully what you soak up from others and what is truly yours to own. Learn to honor a twin perspective, that we are both individual cells with their own work to do, and that of our cells are embedded in the body of creation. Healthy boundaries help us do our individual work. Spiritual practice can help us shift our perception from the cell-minded to our role in the body of the one. That's awesome. Pisces permeability can leave you lost in a swamp, amorphous, wondering whether your sadness is your own or it has been sponged up from your surroundings. Empathize with others, but don't try to carry everyone else's pain for them and double the burden. Tune into a healthy ecosystem with Pisces sensitivity perception. We are all cells in the body of the one. Healthy individuals contribute to the health of the whole. So I will say this, because I know Marcus is spiritual. And like the empath, we absorb other people's energy. And it's distinguishing what is yours to own and what is someone else's to have. And especially water signs, but anybody that's an empath. We want to take on other people's pain because we could shift, we could transmute, but that doesn't, that energetic pulling on someone else's pain and having it for our own selves to transmute can also burden our own bodies. So just be aware of that. You got the third eye chakra. It's safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So Mark, if you're seeing things out of the corner of your eye, I know you have the awareness of all the spiritual fairies flying around in your house. Read this one first. Ace of Wands, creative energy and the potential for growth. This represents a burst of inspiration and the courage to pursue passions and take action. You can do anything, no doubts. Confront your fears. Take things head on. You desire clarity on situations in your life right now. You got the moon. So something is it's hiding its little self from you, but confront your fears and take things head on, and your clarity will come. Your angel number is 637. The angels are encouraging you to be of service to others, your friends, family, pets, and community. Be of service to those around you. And I think that's your test, to know what's your energy and what's theirs. and doing it in a compassionate way. Like for me, it's not because I don't want to be a service to others and help people out. It's just the boundaries are coming up stronger within me now. My soul's like, you're not tolerating that crap anymore. And it's not because I'm trying to be mean. It's not because I don't love people. It's just because my soul is coming to that stronger component where am not being as flexible as I used to because I'm being taken advantage of, or people aren't listening to my advice and they just don't want to listen, and then they want to siphon my energy. And I'm not allowing that to happen anymore. That's just, you're welcome. And I know when we're like, I have to do the same thing when I'm at work with the kids. The kids give off an immense amount of energy, and I got to know what, the frustration sometimes spills off onto me, even though I put my protection on and I put my shielding up. Like some of them, it's just really hard not to have to tap into what they're feeling. And that sometimes, like, I'm a hormonal little lady right now. Woo! I feel it. And I have to remind myself to, like, before I react or say anything, because that's the way the child is feeling. That's not automatically how I'm feeling. But they can't help themselves, and we have to remind ourselves in human nature, not everybody's an empath, and sometimes we're not even aware what we take on for our own selves energetically. A lot of us are also taking on the energy of the entirety, and that's how I kind of tune into what people are needing right now. Like I tap into the field, I'm like, okay, where is everybody struggling? And now I'm seeing the struggle. Okay, but I can't take the struggle in because I'm not feeling it that way. But I can help other people say, hey, become aware of this. So you can work on that. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I hate to say this, but the smoking also grounds me. And I know soon I gotta stop. For sure. Go check out my merch shop, everybody. Is anybody else wanting a reading before I go in and do the collective? It's a Freya bomb. Cute as can be. Awesome. Yeah, we sometimes don't realize that we're taking other energy on that's not ours. And as much as sometimes I like to take someone else's pain away, they got to work through the pain. That's why it's there. And there's so many people in our community that have heart-wrenching, severely difficult situations that I wish I could just do something about, but it's a part of their journey, not mine. Not because I don't want to be there to help them and guide them and help and give them a hug. And that's where we need to be, a support team, coming in and giving hugs and love. What is the collective need, spirit? What holds one? I'm going to reshuffle. Reshuffles. Not that those messages that I just pulled weren't relevant, but they're not for everybody. It's for certain people. I want everybody. I want everybody. Spirit, everybody. Collective. Thank you. Finally. Yes. See? So in the next couple of days, we got the 8-8 portal coming. We're in a blackout. So try to think as positively as you can. What do you want for yourself, as that's going to affect humanity? Do we want peace, prosperity, abundance for us? Sure. Can we have it for everybody? That's the dream. That's what we need to collapse into this world. Things to get better, things to get a little easier for all of us, no matter where we are on our path. I love you, Spirit. Tim, you missed it. I am that. So you're the pilot light, and I am that little match that I'm giving you I'm giving you a little spark of fire under your tushy, and that I hope is the motivation to help others. As I'm motivating my own self, we are in uncharted territory. We're coming into a time that there's a lot more unknowns than what we do know. And we all have to sit in an awareness that things are changing, whether it's belief systems, attitudes, thinking, we're all changing in some way. Whether it's the external or the internal world is changing. A lot of our abilities are heightening, or more are coming online, which is also not easy to navigate, because a lot of these things are hard to understand. And sometimes we need somebody to light a fire under us and give us some tough love. And I could do that because I try to come from a place of absolute love. My love sometimes is brutal. And a lot of people don't like to hear the brutal, but sometimes your soul needs to hear it. I mean, I'm having like I woke up and it's just like, oh my God, why am I so frustrated? Why is this bothering me? It never bothered me before. Oh, hi, soul. That's right. You're here. You're bringing shit down on me. I get it. I have to change. And it's not because I don't love people. It's not because I don't want people to reach out to me. It's just a lot of people have to do a lot more work on themselves, and they're not willing to do it. They kind of sidestep it and think everybody's going to do it for them, or they're not there yet. And that's okay if they're not. Yes. Ashmai, absolutely. And a lot of people are being heavily, heavily, heavily tested right now. Heavily. And which is why I don't want to come down on people so hard, but at the same time, like, I also have to honor what my soul is asking me to do. Think of it this way before I read the cards. I am being asked from my soul's perspective to step into the CEO authoritative. I'm not taking any more of anybody's bullshit. And not to say spirituality is not bullshit, but the excuses that people leave me for why their actions are not being in harmonious with their own selves. I'm being asked to step into a version of myself that has authority, not over anybody, but I set the precedent for myself. and that I'm not any longer going to accept excuses for the reasons why people aren't showing up, or that people no. And sugarcoating, I could sugarcoat all day. It's not going to reach your soul. And the tough love that is being asked of me to give is not an easy thing to do, because I could be that asshole, and that's why the shadows started coming out. It's needing to be imbalanced so that I could still deliver my messages, and I could do it in a loving way, but coming in a firm way to say, hey, like, if this is resonating with you, you should start taking those steps to helping yourself. And that's a process. It takes time, and that's more understandable than anything else. Stop using tools and the astrology and everything else outside of you to make an excuse why you didn't show up. And not just for anybody, but yourself. When people point out you're giving your energy away to everybody else, you should really start going and doing the work within. And it's a continuous drainage on you that people aren't doing the work. It's not that I'm shutting them out. It's just say, hey, I don't want to hear it until you learn. (7-11). This is for all of us. A call to spiritually awaken. Yay! To evolve, to embark on new beginnings, connect with your higher self, meditate, seek spiritual guidance and mentoring. Boom. 7-11. Boom. What did I just say? Boom. I just spoke it, and there it is, manifest. You see, instant manifestation. It's instant. I just spoke about it. Heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Yes, but make sure that you're doing that energetically and because you want to. Not everything deserves your love. You can love from afar. Crystals. The energy of crystals supports and helps your present situation. Let me tell you what. The last couple of days, I brought all my gems that were in my living room and my kitchen back upstairs. I cleansed them. And now I'm regridding by my windows. I'm regridding my space with different energy, changing it up. Archangel Michael, you're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. We have 8 of Swords. Often you are your worst enemy. Do not let fear and doubt rule you. Do not become trapped in your own thoughts. 8 of Swords. Truth. Like I was saying earlier, I listen to a lot of the tarot card readers, not because they're telling me my future or what I want to hear. Because when they're pulling very similar cards, it gives me the notion that, am I really doing this? Where am I? And it makes me reflect inside more than it is like, oh, giving me hope. No, it's a tool to help you think, are you trapping yourself? Are you diminishing yourself? Temperance. I hate her. It's time for balance and harmony in your life. Have patience and let yourself heal. Stay in the moment. And that's this energy right now between the portal, the eclipse, and everything. We've been in this energy. Let spirit bring it to you. I'm allowing all this energy to come to me because now it's my time. And I'm aware of that now. For everybody else, your timing is not the same as mine, but a lot of us are feeling this. There's a tug somewhere. You're feeling it. But guess what, guys? The sun. All you touch is golden. Great success, optimism, and everything generally working out as it should. New beginnings and a bright future are in store for you. I'm the same way, Tim. I'm my own worst critic. I beat myself up because I think I can always keep going and doing and going and doing. And I don't give myself enough credit for where I have been and where I've come. You know, this summer I had a laundry list of things I wanted to tackle, and I got the windows, the car, not so much. Okay, but now my thinking is it's okay. I got something productive done. I got my furniture rearranged. I made a beautiful space for myself, even better than it was before. I could be thankful for that. Does the rest of my house need to work on? Absolutely. And it comes in time. I can't stop beating myself up. But I also got to launch a store. I put a lot of work out. I'm doing now a third live. I'm doing a lot. And I'm proud of myself. I'm not seeing success the way, I would like to see it. But you know what? Whatever. It comes when it comes. And if it doesn't, I still have a service. Isa. Frozen ice. This card is associated with ice and frozen water and generally indicates a blockage, standstill, or lack of action in some area of your life. This could be a loss of physical energy or a mental fog or a psychological block that paralyzes you. This status will likely cause frustrating delays in your life, but instead of fighting the obstacle, the card advises you to stay calm and conserve your energy. Sometimes there is nothing you could do but wait for a change in circumstances. Bide your time because the ice will melt. As far as a relationship are concerned, the card points to icy tension and possible conflict that feels like it cannot be resolved. There is an urgent need for objectivity and concentration now. You need to decide whether you're going to invest any more of your warmth and energy into a situation, a certain relationship, to see if the ice will thaw, or if it's time to gently and calmly let it drift away. Isa, you're stuck in traffic. And we have Lisa Aparvati, card number 32. There is a gentler way to proceed and obtain the same or even greater effort. Tame the wild and frenzy working of the mind by grounding yourself with beauty, pleasure, and grace. Violence and its negative effects shall be overcome and healed through feminine gentleness and inner spiritual strength. This oracle is a sign of great future happiness. Pravati is a universal mother in her gentle aspect. Although, as with all mothers, her fierce side will emerge, if needs to be, to protect her children. She is beautiful and benevolent and invokes the qualities of love, connection, creativity, and devotion to a higher purpose. The divine goddess has many names. Pravati is a mother to all, and her presence in a reading augurs success on every level. She helps heal wounded hearts and teaches us how to belong to ourselves just as we are, rather than abandoning ourselves to please others. There's a lot of fluff in here. Hang on. Pravati dances her dance of happiness, leading us along our path without requiring us to continually push ourselves beyond our limits. Her wisdom protects us from breakdown, guiding us into breakthrough. Her oracle indicates that even though we may grow through intense challenges, there is a calming influence which can help us if we are willing to follow we're willing to allow it, to be kind to ourselves. We can trust that the Divine Mother loves us and responds to what is needed, but also knows how to get things done without being more heavily handed than necessary. She's a genius, moved by our suffering, and will manifest in whatever forms are needed to heal. Her oracle asks you to invoke her and trust what transpires is for your healing and spiritual fulfillment. Give up the notion that the deepest issues require the most difficult path to heal. Let her, Liza dance of happiness and grace, unveiled a greater and gentler, more way of loving. Wow. Oh no, guys. No, a lot of what I'm going through right now is a test through a few people. And no one here. And I got to give grace for situations and things I have been through my own self. Like there's a lot of things I have been through that now a lot of my other friends are going through. And I understand where a lot of people are, but that still doesn't mean that my time, my efforts aren't going to be sitting around and waiting for people to decide, my boundaries aren't worth anything. My time isn't worth anything. And I don't think they mean to be that way. They're just not cognizant of it, which is something maybe their soul needs to learn. And like Auntie Amy and a couple of other people going through really difficult things right now. I am still going to be here for people. That doesn't mean a damn thing. This is more happening in my physical life, in my 3D world, than it is in my spiritual life. But my spiritual self is like, no, you got to put your feet down, honey. It just speaks more on other people and where they need to better themselves if they're willing to hear it. That's all. But I'm going to leave it here, guys. Amazing live. Thank you all for showing up and contributing so much into the chat. You guys are rock stars. Please don't forget to, when I upload again, so the live will have my thumbnail and all the links. I know most of you have shared and subscribed, but anybody in the background that sees this later, please go make sure you are subscribed and check out everybody else's content because we love you. We're a big community. We're sharing and caring souls. Each of us are a little Care Bear, and united together, we are a strong team. I will be live on Friday. Do I know what time? No. So make sure that you ring the bell icon so you know when I'm going live. Sometimes, like today, it was got a little window of time that I said I'm going live. I'm sorry for that. Again, some things are out of my control, and especially when I go back to work. I'm still going to keep live, guys, but it's going to be later on, like 5:30-ish Central Time. I know, but we'll see what happens. Next Wednesday is my first day, so I'll see how that goes. But I plan to keep this live. It's just going to be later on in the day. Craft and Sip, same. Friday Night Live, always the same in that regard. But just make sure you ring the bell icon so you know when I am live. Check out the merch shop. Channel members are always, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your contributions. Sending each and every one of you love, like, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulders, be the lighthouse, sprinkle your truths, light that path forward. Go within. Go within. Be gentle with yourselves. Find new ways to ground. Light the fire under your own tushy. We're going through a lot of change, guys, and we're doing this together, and I couldn't do it with any better, amazing souls. So thank you guys for your contributions and your love. We're here together. Let's stick together, and please have a safe and beautiful day wherever you are in the world, day or night. You guys are always wanted, welcomed, and until the next one.